You know, there are some jobs and even careers that black men a lot of times are held back from. And sometimes we feel that is racial and sometimes it is. But this one sister gonna touch on an issue about how some jobs will not, black men can't get because the majority of our black men are not married. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Systematic racism aside, black men, there's something I want to put you on game about if you are in corporate America. A lot of black men are not moving up in corporate America, and it's because they are not married. I have worked in the banking industry, and I have also worked for a government agency. I have sat amongst millionaires. I have sat amongst politicians, lawmakers, senators, all of this. I have overheard the type of conversations that they have. They do not trust you if you are not married. They don't trust you because they perceive if you're not married, you do not have the means to stay motivated. You have issues with commitment and you have issues with dedication. Especially if you have children and you are not married to the child's mother or have never been married to the child's mother, they definitely perceive you as someone who has commitment and dedication issues. And a lot of these people, they will not work with you if you are not married. Or if they do work with you, you were the very last on the list. And I'm telling you this for information purposes only, not for judgment, belittling, or any of that. I just want to put y'all on game about what people in position of power feel about men who are not married in corporate America.
You know, when I worked in my previous, career, I talked to a couple of managers about this actual issue. And I noticed that most of the guys that I was working around, for the most part, were married. Just about all of them were. And, one manager I had, he was saying that he had preferred to hire married guys. And I asked him at the time, well, why do you prefer to hire married guys and not single guys? And, he said that, well, married men, they have responsibilities. Married men, I don't have to worry about them going out to the club, getting out the club at 3 a.m. and trying to come into work, being tired or possibly drunk because they was out the club. I don't have to worry about, them wanting a bunch of time off because they're chasing women because they got wives, so they got to work, they got kids. They going to take care of their business. They got, home, and everything like that. Or in this area, some people had boat payments or whatever. So when men have those kind of responsibilities, you don't have to worry about them doing certain things. Those men want to work overtime a lot of times because, they're not out there chasing women and doing different things that single men are doing. And I'm like, okay, so it makes sense. So also, marriage shows stability with men. And if you look at the numbers based off of what they say about men in the area of finance, in the area of life expectancy, in the area of intimacy and all kind of things, marriage is more so a plus for men. Now, a lot of men don't want to get married, and I'm being realistic, because they're afraid of what happens with no-fault divorce in this country. No-fault divorce is basically, hey, your wife can wake up one day and say, I don't want to be with you no more. I'm going to just divorce you and take half everything you got and put child support on you. And because of a lot of the horror stories a lot of men have heard about, a lot of men are afraid of that. They're afraid of that. And if America really want to change that, just in general, I'm speaking in general now, then no-fault divorce should not need to be amended. Let me say that much. So if the woman wake up one day and just don't want to be with you for no reason, right? It's not like you was cheating or beating her or doing things that you would say, okay, well then she can just leave and do what she want to do, but the man don't lose half of everything he got, right? And as long as that don't happen, I think it would be, men won't be so apprehensive to get involved with marriage, because one party should not be rewarded for the breaking of a marriage. I don't think that. Breaking of a marriage is not a good thing, especially for society. especially for children, etc. Right? So if you can, fellas, and just, we're seeing more and more videos even of older men talking about they wish they wouldn't have been out there just messing with random women. They wish they would have married that one woman that loved them. Because, you going to get old, brother. You're going to get old. You're going to get old. And what a lot of you do, you get old and your health is not where it needs to be. And now you want to get out there talking about you want one woman, or you trying to do this, or you trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Versus you could have had that one woman that had been riding with you right now back when you was 30, back when you was 32, 28. You had a good girl, you know it. And now you older, you in your 50s, still by yourself, basically, and now you're regretting it because you wish you would have had that particular woman. She moved on with her life, she got somebody, and she's with them. There's a lot of you brothers that regret that. Don't be afraid to get married. Just choose the right person. That's all. Make sure you choose a person that want to be married, that is, like we say as men, wife material. Make sure she's wife material when you meet her. You know what I'm saying? You know what wife material is, at least for you. Because what I deem as wife material, you may not deem as wife material, right? So whatever wife material is to you, make sure you pick right. That's all. Make sure you pick a woman that believes in family. A woman don't believe in just leaving a relationship, just getting divorced like that. You got to learn, you got to pick the right woman, fellas. And that comes from talking. And a lot of you don't like to talk sometimes. You got to talk, find out where her head's at. Find out, is she dating just to be dating, or is she dating to, eventually get married? And is she looking for something serious? You got to know that sort of thing and not be just falling for somebody's look, because that's another thing with a lot of y'all too. Y'all fall for a look and that woman is no good. But yes, being married, you will have certain opportunities, and by the scriptures, the scriptures teach that, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. So when you're a single man, you don't have that favor. Only when you are a married man. Case in point, you have more financial opportunities. That's part of favor, right? When you're married. So don't be afraid of marriage, fellas. If you say, well, I need these American women, okay, fine. Well, go get your wife from overseas then. Get you one. Wherever you think you need to get her one. But get you somebody. That's the only thing I'm saying. Because, family is something that men need to have. And you can't just say, well, American women this, American women that. Because there's no excuse. If you got a passport, you can definitely get a wife.